Hey guys, Joe here with Little Development Group. Hope you all doing well out there. Well, today I've got my continuation of micro carry pistols. So I'm looking at the FN 503 and the CZ P10S. I'm going to compare these two for accuracy at 7 yards, and I'll kind of go over each one, kind of a precursor, so you kind of get an idea, a little bit of specs on the gun. So we'll start off with the CZ P10S. This is 24.4 ounces. It is about 1.26 of an inch in width. That's got a 3.5 inch barrel and 6.6 inch overall length. And it comes with, I believe, an 11 round or 12 round magazine. So not a bad little pistol. It's obviously striker fired. It has the trigger safety. You can see from the lighting in here. And this one particular model doesn't have a removable plate. It just has fixed iron sights front and rear. They're white dots, nothing fancy. There's no tritium on them at all whatsoever. And it's a nice little pistol. It does come with a Picatinny rail, and the texture around the grip, it feels aggressive, which is nice to have, and also removable back straps. The FN 503, this one here is 21 ounces. It's a lot lighter than the CZ, but also it's a slimline magazine. So the capacity on this, depending on what mag you get, 6 to 8 rounds. It is a little over 1 inch in width. It is a 3.1 inch barrel, and it's about 5.9 inches in length, and overall height is about 4.6. It's comparably the same height as this P10S is. So they're comparably height-wise, they're about the same, just depending upon what magazine you go with. The floor plate adds to it. Again, striker-fired gun. Obviously, it is not ambidextrous, so slide release on the left-hand side of the gun. Different type of trigger compared to the CZ. Short and stubby, and kind of a long and an aggressive curved front. It does have, as far as this 5093, it does definitely have an aggressive style slide release, which is nice. You can get a good purchase on that, so that's a good deal. If you're doing reload, same thing. You come down here and drag your thumb right on top of it. Compared to the CZ P10S, it's a little smaller footprint, but the texturing is still enough to get that purchase with your strong hand thumb as well as your support hand thumb. Come on down and you can definitely get that. So as usual, we're going to push these targets out to 7 yards, and we're going to fire each of these guns with a 5-shot string. But before we do that, we're going to do our trigger press, trigger weight, and see what it is for the CZ P10S Plus. So here we go. All right, get my little trusty lineman scale going here. I can't breathe today, man. The pollen count must be super high. All right. Come on now. My little lineman scale's getting old. I might have to buy a new one. It sits idle for a while. I know. Kind of got to wake it up. Don't want to work. All right, let's see. Here we go. Let's get some life in you. There we go. 3 pounds, 14.5 ounces. Come on, baby. 4 pounds, 2.8 ounces. Wow, that was almost 5 pounds, 4.9.2 ounces. Let's try one more time. Let's get that right. 4 pounds, 5.4 ounces. Okay, an overall average of 4.12 ounces. Okay, let's try this this FN 503 and see what the trigger weight is on that. £3, 6.9 ounces, not too bad. £4, 3.1 ounces. £3, 13.6 ounces. So the FN definitely has a lighter trigger than your CZ. So our average for our FN 503 is 3 pounds, 13.6. So average 3 pounds, 13.6. And then our average for our CP10 was over 4 pounds. Average was 4 pounds, like 11.5 ounces. So quite a difference. Quite a difference. But we're definitely gonna see how they are at 7 yards. So let me push the target out to 7 yards, and we're gonna shoot the FN 503 first. So single stack magazine design, so doesn't hold a lot of rounds, but it is, you know, like I said, an inch in width. Definitely a compact pistol. Does have aggressive texturing on the plastic grip, but you can't change the grip out on this. There's no removable back strap, so you're kind of stuck with what you got. All right, here we go. Sights are definitely smaller compared to the other ones. Got a definitely narrowed front sight compared to other pistols I've shot in this size. Long trigger pull, there's the wall. Man, it's got a long trigger press. Yeah, definitely shoots a bit high. I had to hold center on the square. I usually just cover the square with the front sight and shoot, but this one I had to actually hold center to where I can hit the square. And that long trigger press, man, was really long. I mean, longer than I would like to have. All right, CZ P10S. Definitely this mag, the base plate, get some room for my pinky, so it adds some comfort, a good master grip, so that helps out a lot. Definitely noticeable sights are taller and thicker front sight. All right, let's see. Same thing, that trigger press once you get to that wall. Yep, that take up. Definitely more green trigger. A lot more green trigger on this CZ. Definitely a gritty trigger on the CZ, but I like the CZ front sight because it's more thicker and I get a good strong focus on that front sight. Because right now I'm basically sight focused because I'm trying to get as accurate as I can. Let's bring it in and see what we got. Like I said before, this FN 503 definitely shoots a little bit higher than I expected. I was aiming here, just covering the front sight like always, and got 2 rounds that got away. And then the CZ, this P10S, kind of favors to the left just a bit, but like I said, I covered the front sight right on the square. So definitely both guns have capable accuracy. You guys always ask, hey, Joe, what about, you know, its ability carrying these guns for defensive purposes because they're micro carry guns? Why wouldn't you, right? If you live in a state that allows you to carry a gun, I highly support that. What do they do from a defensive purposes at 7 yards to control pairs? Good question. Let's see how they do. I'll push these targets out 7 yards again. Just mark these little holes here that are outside the square, and I'm going to push the targets out to 7 yards. I'm going to put 6 rounds in each magazine here. Like I said, guys, please forgive me. These are rental guns, and yeah, I still haven't bought a lapel mic yet, so I apologize that the sound is awful because of my neighbors with the loud guns, but you know, hey, that's what it is. In case any of you are wondering, I'm shooting 9mm 115 grain, just this basic hollow point, nothing fancy. Okay, we're going to start off with the FN 503, and kind of the visual thought on this is that, you know, it's definitely, since it's a single stack, you've got a very narrowed mag well, so under stress, and a small gun at that, is to find that magazine and insert it where you need to be. That's something you want to think about if you're looking at wanting to buy a FN 503, is the fact that it is single stack, it does have a narrow grip, and you know, it does take a lot more attention to the user training to get that magazine in the magazine well effectively and efficiently. So it's kind of word of the wise, okay? Alright, so I'm going to have my finger on the side of the frame of the gun, kind of be like at a high ready, and then I'm going to come up, insert my finger in the trigger, and fire 2 controlled pairs. Here we go, 2 shots. All right, here we go. I tell you, the first shot, actually my second shot of my first string, I yanked that trigger just a bit. It's still within the 6-inch circle, but how this trigger is, getting my finger in there the way I'd like to hit that trigger just right, was a little bit difficult. But you know what? I was still able to look around it, adapt, and cover. All right. Again, here we go in this CZ. This is a P10S. I like it. Got a good grip purchase. I'm going to do the exact same thing. Kind of a high surge, finger resting along the side of the frame of the gun. And as I present the gun, my finger's going to come on the trigger and just do my prep work and fire the gun once I have an acceptable sight picture. All right. Well, got a little crazy. Added 1 extra round there, but it's all right. So, first string, it got away from me just a bit. It still stayed in the 6-inch circle, but after that I figured out how to keep this gun in control, how I wanted it, how I read the what I was looking at, because this particular way of firing, I'm not looking, so to speak, a hard sight focus. I'm more or less looking at a spot on the target and just kind of casting the gun as though it was an extension of my index finger. That's pretty much it. Just kind of raising it up, pointing at a spot. That's a different aiming scheme that I'm using on this. So and that's fine. I accept that. So yes, that trigger pull on this little FN 503, definitely that first shot And that long trigger press, there you go, creep, 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 creep. You almost get to the back of the trigger guard, and then the gun fires, man. So I'm not a fan of that. That's what the outcome right there was. The CZ P10S, I like it. I like it a lot. That short throw trigger was good. It gave me room to get my finger in there when I was ready, as I'm coming up. So that worked out really well. It is gritty, you feel that gritty, but you know, it's a plastic trigger, plastic polymer. You're gonna have that grittiness. That's okay. It shot really well. I'm more than happy and satisfied with that. Like I said, with an effective range of 7 yards, hey, I can't ask for anything better than that. You think about it, right? Heart, lungs, chest, center mass, what you can see. So yeah, effectively, if these were bad guys, they wouldn't be with us any longer. So both guns, not too bad. Like I said, they have some strong points and some weak points, but you know, any one of these guns is ideal for defensive purposes. Like I said before, guys, if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share if you can. Just trying to grow my little channel, you know, as best I can when I got the time. I really appreciate you guys staying for the video and watching these. I hope you got some information out of these. 503 CZ P10S. Some guns to consider if you want to carry guns from a micro purpose perspective. The little micro 3 guns. Both of these are excellent little choices. It's just what gun is right for you. So as always, guys, I'm Joe with Leo Development Group. You guys take care, be safe, and I'll see you on the range.